What's been the biggest surprise, you think, for the Commanders?
Biggest surprise.
It can be positive or negative. Like it could go a lot of different directions. But just what do you think is the biggest surprise?
I guess the running game still being effective. Once Austin got hurt, I think people was thinking, oh, man, what's going to happen? And a bunch of people I've left in once Austin got hurt. But still, they had three guys that still have the capability of getting this thing done and having a big year.
The run game has been good to quite good, I would say. I mean, statistically, it's been very good. I'm curious. I'll open these phone lines up. 800-636-1067. 800-636-1067. What's been the biggest surprise to you through 4 games? Obviously, Jaden's injury is the biggest impact, I would say. But I'm not even sure that's a surprise. Look around the NFL. Burrow's hurt. Lamar's hurt. Justin Fields missed it. Like, starting quarterbacks get hurt around the league.
Often.
Part of me might say Terry McLaurin because it looked a little sluggish early, and then he got hurt, and that's a guy that largely just doesn't get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't physically seen Terry since the Raiders game when he got hurt.
Okay.
Like, in the locker room, just bouncing around the facility. Sometimes you just see guys. I haven't actually seen him. The biggest surprise to me might be they've had just so many injuries already, which is kind of a surprise. And maybe that's just regression to the mean from last year where they largely didn't have injuries.
Uh-huh.
But the way defensively that front has dominated in 2 games and been dominated in 2 games is pretty damn stark for me. Like, it literally feels like a coin flip.
It's been two back and forth.
And I didn't expect that level of volatility, I would say, defensively. And I think that level of volatility is a really big problem.
Mm-hmm.
800-636-1067. What's the biggest surprise for you for the Commanders so far? I think some might say, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, a.k.a. Bill, how well he's played. Still, the biggest surprise might be when they traded Brian Robinson. It became pretty obvious they were going to do it. But when that story first emerged, I remember we had Standing on, and I was just like, why? Maybe they feel pretty vindicated by how well their backs are running right now. It's been a surprising season. It's just I don't know exactly what the biggest one is. But the way the defense has been so up and down, to me, it might be the top of the list.
That's been. I didn't expect such a difference from week to week.
What about you, Landfill? What's been your biggest surprise?
I kind of think it's just how poorly the secondary is played. That's a tough one. They've been really bad, and it's just kind of making the defense bad, and it's really surprising and disappointing.
Yeah. I don't think you're wrong. Surprises can also be good. Like, I think there have been some pleasant surprises.
Mm-hmm.
How about Luke McCaffrey? 2 straight games with a touchdown.
Yeah.
Showing a lot in the kick return game. I think Josh Connerly's been pretty good. They shook up a lot on the offensive line. I tell you, you know what? Just because it's a coach that I believe in how he operates, I have been really surprised and frankly disappointed by the slow starts on the road. That's on everybody. Mm-hmm. But, like, if you're a coach and you sense that, you damn well better do something about it. Like, that cannot be tolerated and cannot be a discussion point after a game.
Oh, I'm with that. I agree.
That might, now that I'm thinking through everything here, that might vault to the top of my list. You play road games. It's pro sports.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just a little aside, do you remember for a long time they played better on the road because the atmosphere at FedEx was so toxic, and like fans kind of just booed them out of the break.
Yeah.
I mean, what a change that is.
Yes. Totally. 100%.
Jeffrey, haven't heard from you. What's your biggest surprise, buddy?
You kind of took mine. Mine was the Luke McCaffrey, his production. Everyone last year was like, yo, Luke going to have a breakout year. He's going to come around. And I was waiting for it. And now to actually see it happening, I love it. And then that's the good one. That's the good surprise. The bad surprise to me this year, I honestly thought, once we came in on this season, I thought the first game was going to, everyone getting back in full swing. So I thought that would be a little rusty. And I thought like, all right, week 2, we're going to do well. Like this offense is going to get the clicking. And it hasn't happened yet. I know it's still a lot of time left in the season, but that's the biggest surprise to me.
Yeah, dude. Like, it just hasn't clicked.
No.
I don't know when it will click, but you sure hope it starts to at some point. We're going to open these phones. What's the biggest surprise to you? The Commanders are 2-2. I got a zillion stats to tell you why it's good or why it's bad. I think if I had to say what is more surprising between the offense being sluggish and the defense being sluggish, it'd be the offense by a mile. I thought the offense would kind of hit the ground running. Maybe that's a factor of they didn't play. Like, they really didn't do much.
Yeah.
And, dude, they had a really quiet, slow camp. Terry wasn't around. Maybe Terry got hurt because he wasn't around, but Eckler was there every day, and Eckler got hurt. So, like, some of this is just the will of the universe, man.
Yeah. People get hurt.
Let's hit these phones. 800-636-1067. MGM National Harbor listener lines are open. My guy John is in Herndon. John, what's been the biggest surprise for you so far?
Good morning, guys. Thanks for letting me talk. I love talking to you guys. The biggest surprise for me is really the defense because, I like to always look at it as what's happened over the last 3 years. We are in a good place. We have a good organization, and we're bitching about performance week to week rather than toxic crap. Anyway, for me, the reason the defense is, I think age creeped up on us, and we didn't realize it. I love Wagner. I've loved him from Seattle days. I love Luvu. And I really hope that Lattimore would have been fully recovered, but, he's showing some age. But it's also how the defense perhaps is being played. For me, that's the biggest surprise because the offense being rusty, Terry wasn't around. And I love having Luke come out. And Bill is a great, pleasant surprise. So, yeah, for me, it's the defense and our woes there.
That's a good call, man. Thanks for the call, John. I got this one from Titus on Twitter. He said, I'm more surprised at the lack of defensive adjustments at halftime. I know that's driven you crazy, B.
Yeah, but the thing about it is people always say halftime. I don't care about waiting until halftime. That should have been changed after the first series. Because for the first series, he hit 3 or 4 passes with the same route scheme, and nobody knew what was going on. Why wait till halftime? It could happen before halftime.
Pretty crazy, man. Phone lines are lit up now. Let's go to Brian in Georgetown. What's up, Brian?
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
What's
I
up,
want to
bro?
be Mitch's opinion on this one. And we mentioned Terry McLaurin. How is it possible the guy, and I'm a fan of Terry, he had an off-season training on himself, by himself, so forth. How is he injured? I'm still kind of perplexed about that. And what's
What do you
the
mean, you're
contract?
perplexed about somebody getting hurt on a football field?
Well, I mean, he didn't really have a chance to play much. And I'm just kind of shocked that it happened.
It's not about the amount of time you play. It's about the amount of time you've been running around and what your body is accustomed to.
Okay.
We got guys that practice all off season and we're there all the time. They get hurt. Getting hurt on a football field is there's no scientific evidence to say how you get hurt or why you should get hurt. It can just happen.
Gotcha.
The only
Gotcha.
thing, so, I mean, dude, if you just look at who's on the IR, right? Eckler, Harris, Jean Baptiste, Jonathan Jones, Wise. Like, these were veterans that were here every day. John Baptiste is a young guy. The only thing the Terry injury opens up is people talking about, well, he missed camp. Maybe that's why he's hurt. There is zero.
The people that were at camp got hurt.
Exactly. There is zero science that suggests that's why, right? There are no facts there, but it opens the question, which kind of sucks. But that was a risk that the McLaurin camp took in their decision making. I think we lost you.
Right.
Hopefully that helped. Our guy Kenny is in Largo. What's up, Kenny? What's your biggest surprise?
Hey, what's up, JPB? Minnesota?
What's up, bro?
We're good, dude.
And it's probably not a surprise, but our boy Debo, he been cooking, man. I mean, I know we signed him. As soon as we signed him, I was like, oh yeah, he's back. He's gonna be back to 2022 Debo. I ain't gonna lie, I knew it. I don't know if that's a surprise though, but yeah, I think that's a surprise.
He's been playing well.
I like that. A positive surprise.
Our biggest, you know, he's been our biggest thing so far.
Dude,
you know what we get, for real.
Dude, I agree with you. Barstool Nate was on with us yesterday and said through 4 games, Debo's the offensive MVP.